fight that we're about to have. Paul Felder is stepping up to fight Rafael dos Anjos on 5 days' notice. It can't get much better than that. I am Kairos, this is Kairos MMA, and let's break it down. When we talk about a BMF, there is no one that comes to your mind first than Rafael dos Anjos. If there is, you're wrong for that. You're wrong. Rafael dos Anjos, his entire career, has fought in every single tough challenger. He has the toughest strength of schedule of all time. Maybe all time. He's top 3 though, for certain. I know Jon Jones is up there. I know a few other people up there. But Rafael dos Anjos has fought in multiple time champions in multiple weight classes and almost touched UFC gold at welterweight numerous times. But he's fallen short. At lightweight, he did it. He beat Benson Henderson. He beat Anthony Pettis. He beat multiple other people. And he's coming back down to 155 pounds, and rightfully so. At welterweight, he was decisively undersized. And he was getting put up against wrestler after wrestler after wrestler after wrestler. And I was getting sick of it. I know you're getting sick of it, and we're all getting sick of it. He was supposed to fight Islam Makhachev, but that man pulls out every single fight. It's pretty similar to the beginning of Khabib's career in the UFC. He consistently had to pull out because of health reasons, whether it's due to his weight cut, whether it's due to other issues. But I think Islam Makhachev is going to get it together in the future. But let's not talk about him. Let's talk about Paul Felder stepping in to fight arguably the BMFer of the UFC on 5 days' notice. The guy, we thought he was gone forever. We thought after the Dan Hooker fight, it was sayonara for this man, but he's back and he's delivering more violence. I love these guys so much, and Paul Felder has given us some of the greatest fights we've seen in a while. I'm so glad he's sticking around, and hopefully this isn't his last fight, but this is a tough matchup for both guys. And to be frank with you, I think it's a tough fight for Paul Felder as much as it's a tough fight for RDA. When we talk about guys who can push it to the metal for 5 straight rounds, RDA always comes to bring it, no matter who the opponent is. You saw it against Robbie Lawler. The guy went toe-to-toe with Robbie Lawler, the former welterweight champion, for 25 minutes straight and didn't look like he was taking a back step. Throughout RDA's entire career, he has been susceptible to high-volume grapplers who can chain together takedowns, who can have cardio for days, and who can push the pace on you for 25 minutes straight. He doesn't have to worry about that in this fight, which is why automatically off rip, I'm giving the edge to RDA. I think this guy can get it done. I think this is going to be a Thai boxing fight, and I think RDA is going to mix in some takedowns and become the grappler in this fight. Unfortunately for him, it doesn't always go his way when he tries to grapple, but I think he has an opportunity to grapple against Paul Felder, and I think he could see some strong success. Conversely though, Paul Felder is a massive lightweight. Like, he's a big, beefy guy. It's going to be tough for RDA to get him down as well as to keep him down. And who's to say that Paul Felder can even be taken down by RDA? I don't know. I honestly do not know. But if I have to go with someone, I got to go with RDA. I love that man's violence. He has bled in the octagon for us more times than that, delivered high-level fights time and time again. He had one of the most dominant title fights we've ever seen in UFC history against Anthony Pettis. I don't think Anthony Pettis won a round. I don't think it was even close. And when we think about what RDA is capable of, I think he's at his optimal level at 155 pounds. I don't think he was better at welterweight, even though he beat guys like Tarek Saffiedine, Neil Magny, Robbie Lawler, and etc. I think at 155 pounds, RDA might be the best lightweight on the planet. I said might. I said might. Don't go on here saying, Kairos, you're out of your mind. How dare you say? I said he might be. Especially if he can come out and put on a performance of his career against Paul Felder, especially since Khabib Nurmagomedov is out in the wind, especially because we don't know how long Conor McGregor is going to be around, especially because we don't know how long Dustin Poirier is going to be. There's a lot of moving parts in the lightweight division right now, which is why I'm saying this. I'm not just saying this to hype up the fight, even though I like hyping stuff up. I'm not saying this just because I love RDA, even though I do love RDA. I truly believe RDA could be one of the more dynamic fighters at 155 pounds right now, especially with the revolving door that we have on the division. Sure, there's guys like Charles Oliveira in the wind who are waiting for their opportunity. Sure, Dan Hooker is on the precipice of competing for a title if he gets the right wins together. Sure, Dustin Poirier and Justin Gaethje and Tony Ferguson are all out there trying to get their shot at a title. But guess what, though? I really do believe if RDA came with it and he's not out of his prime and he can fight the right people at the right time, he could possibly win a title at 155 pounds. I don't think that's so far-fetched. And that's why this is so interesting. 155 pounds is wide open right now. It's wide open. We don't know who's coming back. We don't know who's going. Half the fighters are either not trying to fight. The other half are injured. The other half are trying to think about retirement. The other half are going into retirement. This is one of the most exciting divisions on the planet right now. I didn't say it's the most stacked division. You know how I feel about 145 pounds. It's the most stacked division. But 155 pounds is the most interesting division because there's so many different variations to what could happen by 2021. Who knows? Kevin Lee might be champ. Okay, I'm joking. I'm joking about that. I like Kevin Lee, but I don't think he could be champion. I'm just trying to hype him up. I'm just trying to hype everything up, but that's my point. I think that this is one of the greatest matchups we're going to see on short notice for this year. We saw a lot of guys like Khamzat Chimaev put together great performances on short notice. We've seen other people do it in the past as well. I think RDA is poised to follow suit and put it together. Even Kevin Holland is stepping up to fight Jack Hermanson soon. I think he's going to knock Jack Hermanson out, though. Or y'all hyping him up. Y'all better push it to the side. All right, let's get back on it. We're getting back to the subject, though. I'm going with RDA. I think his intense pressure, his intense cardio, his variance of attack, his weapons, his shot selection, and his style of fight is going to be problematic for Paul Felder. I think so. And RDA has no problem fighting larger, taller, lengthier opponents. It's just when they put their weight on him and they drag him down and they fatigue him with the constant pressure of grappling, clinch control, and ground activity, that's where he fails. The guy outstruck Tarek Safady, for goodness sakes, in his first ever welterweight bout. Like, come on. Come on. We got to really start putting some respect on RDA's name. And not to act like Paul Felder doesn't stand a chance, because Paul Felder has his weapons and he has his strengths as well. But I just think that RDA could have been making noise for years if he never left welterweight. I'm sure he thought that it was better that he didn't have to deteriorate his body and keep dehydrating himself to make 155 pounds. But I think a lot of fighters need to just suck it up. Not suck it up. I don't mean that. But what I do mean is this. I think a lot of fighters need to find nutritionists. I think they need to find counselors and people who can help them cut weight in a healthy way so that they're naturally lower body weight. So then when they begin the weight cut, it's not as strenuous. We got guys like Renan Barão who cut 30 pounds in one night and hit his head in the bathroom and couldn't fight TJ Dillashaw. There's a lot of people who struggle making the weight. I think RDA has got the recipe for 155 pounds. Thank you so much. If you stayed till the end of this video, if you did not, I don't care about you. I'm joking. Well, you wouldn't know anyway because you didn't stick to the end of the video. Anyway, thank you so much. Like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with what I'm going to be dropping next. I have to drop a fight breakdown for the card this weekend as well. I have a few other projects in the motion too. I am Kairos. This is Kairos May. Have a great day.